welcome to Coffee with, temporarily, Linnie Wheeless. I have the privilege of interviewing Miss Robyn Lea today about a program that sounds very exciting for our community. It's called Cause and Effect.
Yes.
And Effect. I don't want to say and.
I know. You do want to say that. I wonder if that's why they chose that.
It's very catchy, and State Farm is sponsoring this.
Yes.
And I know a little bit about it, but could you tell everybody?
Yes. First of all, thank you so much for doing this. I kind of sprung this on you at the last minute.
I was thrilled.
It's weird being in this chair, Linnie. You've been here, but I haven't.
I've been on that side.
Even when Chris has interviewed me once or twice, I still sit over there, so I'm kind of discombobulated.
You're on the right.
But anyway, I'm happy to be in this chair and be discombobulated because I wanted to talk about cause and effect, and it is an online philanthropic program that State Farm has, that they've launched, and our deadline's kind of short. I just found out about this, and the deadline is March the 20th.
Okay.
And I'm going to go into the details, but the first thing I want to say is it's a grant program, but don't get scared.
Okay.
Because, usually we think when you do a grant application or proposal that it's all this paperwork, and then people have to write it and then proof it, and then everybody's pulling their hair out till 3 o'clock in the morning. It's not like that. I went and did an application this morning, and it took me less than 10 minutes.
Wow.
And I know you went and looked at it.
I did.
At Facebook.
It was not intimidating at all.
No, in fact, the hard part is they limit the number of characters you can put in, so you really do have to be quite efficient with your words and choose them well, because you can't get real wordy with this application. But anyway, here's what it is. State Farm put together a youth advisory board consisting of high school and college students. State Farm wanted to give away $5 million to communities that had something to do with safety, education, or community development. So they're giving away $1 million a year for 5 years in $25,000 grants. So for this year, they're giving away 40 $25,000 grants, which is fantastic.
So cool.
And we need that money here in Vicksburg, in Warren County.
We desperately need that
I've
money.
spent all day on the phone. I called Barbara Tolliver. Hey, from United Way. Barbara, you need to do this. I called you. I'm like, hey, you and Linda need to do this. I called Tommy Miller down at Good Shepherd. Hey, you need to do this. I called Christy Kilroy. I said, hey, y'all need to do this for Leader and me. And somebody said to me, quit calling everybody. You're decreasing your chances. And I'm like, no. I want somebody in town to get this. We need to have lots of people apply for it so that somebody will get the $25,000. And as you and I were discussing earlier, they're only accepting 3,000 submissions.
Right. Okay.
So don't wait until the last minute. And what people need to do is go to Facebook, type in State Farm.
Okay.
Lots of stuff's going to pop up. When you did it this morning, State Farm Nation popped up.
Yes.
Just choose State Farm Insurance Company.
Okay.
And then over on the left-hand side, you'll see Cause and Effect. Click on that. You read a little bit about it, and then the application is right there. It takes about 10 minutes. And the great thing is when you get all done, it says, do you want to submit another application?
So they're even encouraging.
That's right. That's right. They're wanting to give this money away. So they're just asking for people to submit ideas that are really not even fully developed for something that can be done in the community, something that will make a difference in the community. Maybe it has to do with education. The one I submitted had to do with literacy, and I know some of the other organizations in town are going to submit applications related to literacy. I spoke with Lori Burke and Allison Brewer from JA this morning, and I'm hoping they have a literacy program going on. I'm hoping that they're going to go in and do an application. Barbara Tolliver said they're going to do one from United Way. Christy Kilroy, the chamber, has really been a champion for Leader and Me, which is to do with education. Leadership Vicksburg has an education program going on. Crawford Street United Methodist Church has a tutoring program going on at Dana Road. Again, education. There's so many facets in Vicksburg that are trying and successfully doing something to combat literacy and get our children up to the grade level where they should be reading. And I believe that something like this, $25,000, we can't fix the problem, but we could certainly put some programs in place. Lucy DeRosset is doing a great tutoring program that we would, through the Anita Tarnamine Foundation, we would love to be able to give her some funding. So we want people to go, whether it's about literacy or not, we want people to go and complete an application that hopefully will bring some funds into our community to help with education, community development, or safety. Those are the three main focuses of this initiative that they have going on. I'm not even letting you ask me questions. I'm just going on about it because I'm so excited about it.
Yes.
And I want people to hurry up. March 20th is the deadline, but really people need to do it right away because they're only accepting 3,000 applications. So we don't want that application process to slip by. It's live video, right?
It's coffee with this gentleman.
Pittsburgh. It's hometown stuff here. What have I let you read all this stuff? What have I left out? Can you think of anything?
The only thing that came to mind was that the stressing that you can already be involved in a project, or you can simply have an idea. There's no reason not to go for it and be intimidated, but if you have an idea for our community, pitch it.
Yes, and that's a great word for it, because when I went in and did the application this morning, they're not asking for this great lengthy description and how exactly would you use the funds and what programs you're going to put in place. They're looking for ideas, and even if you're not at this time affiliated with the not-for-profit organizations, that's part of the whole process. If yours gets selected, they try to pair you up with a not-for-profit if you don't already have an affiliation with one. So, like I said, my experience was they're not looking for fully developed, full-blown, we just need some funding sort of ideas. They're looking for, hey, this is a great idea I have. So I just encourage people to go and look at it. If they have an idea, submit it. I mean, what can they say? No, we're not going to fund it, and move on to another one.
Right.
But I just think that the more applications that we submit from Vicksburg, the greater our chances will be that we'll get one funded.
Definitely, and you also get to find out all of the great things in progress and the ideas for our city that could make it even better.
Yes, absolutely.
And I think it's very interesting you mentioned all these different groups that are doing things, and for people who don't know, we have a lot of great things going on in the city. Absolutely. And so to have some help with funding them would be amazing.
Yes. I was talking to someone this morning, we were exchanging emails, and she said she had an idea that she wanted to do, somehow put e-readers in some of the school libraries, but she couldn't quite conceptualize how that would work, how you would actually implement that, even if they just targeted one school. And I said, well, fill out an application, I mean, I think it's a fantastic idea.
Yes.
And Dr. Swinford and I have talked about, she's talked a lot in our community about needing to bring some of our libraries, our school libraries, up to be a little more technologically advanced, and that would certainly be one way we could do that. So I encourage Linda to go ahead and submit that application. Who knows, that may be the very one that they'll choose.
I'll be working on it this afternoon.
That's right. Yeah, y'all are going to do something.
We are. We're thinking about it, about what we want to focus on. And I might do several.
Good.
So, and then after I read kind of some of it where after they pick a certain number, then people can vote.
Yes. My understanding is they will, by April the 27th, if I'm not mistaken, they will choose 100, the top 100. And then that'll be posted on the Facebook page. And then we'll have the opportunity to go in and vote. So I believe we're going to be one of those 100. Somebody in Vicksburg is going to be one of those 100, and then we're all going to go vote for that one.
That's great.
We can vote up to 10 times a day. So you think how many people we could get to go vote 10 times a day. And at that point, then the selection will be by popular vote.
Okay.
So I'll be back.
Oh, that sounds good.
When we find out which one in Vicksburg got approved, then we'll be back to talk about going in and voting for that every day, because regardless of what is funded, it would just be a great thing to have in our community, to do something to better our community.
Yes. Well, that sounds great, Robyn. And thank you so much for getting the word out about this. I wouldn't have known anything about this program if you hadn't told me about it this morning, and I feel very excited for people to find out about it and apply.
Yes, and if anybody has any questions, they can, Chris will put my phone number up on the video as it's running, or you can email me, but the main thing is do it right away. Okay. So we want to get this in. Thank you so much, Linnie.
You're welcome, Robyn. Thank you.
Promotional consideration provided by
Amber Sanders from Happy Hair. Get your hair happy at 3402 Wisconsin Avenue.